next picture. His name is Iyare Diagboya for his presentation and pitch. Let's have a round of applause for him, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Iyare Diagboya. I'm here to talk about my solution, payment solution called Superstore. Superstore is actually an Android MPOS, mobile point of sale. Now, Superstore is targeted at retailers. Now, what are the issues or the problems retailers have? Sales payment, sales inventory, ease of theft, unable to do sales analysis, unable to ascertain daily gross profit, and the list goes on. Now, we already have current payment POS devices in the market, like if you go to ShopRite. But what are the issues that these POS devices have? They are very expensive, about 300,000 and above. They have poorly designed user interfaces, and they have need for constant uninterrupted power, like generators, PHCN, and UPS. This is where Superstore comes in. Superstore has a lot of advantages over the current POS devices. Now, it has a better UI, user interface. It keeps track of your sales. It can run without power for 8 to 10 hours. It can monitor your staffs when they check in and your best sellers and their performances. And the list goes on. Now, how does Superstore add value to the merchants or the billers? Now, it gives them value-added functionalities. Like, for example, in your current system, you need to connect two computers together. Superstore doesn't require that you have wireless adapters or printing of cables. The cost of that one is totally out of it. It just connects the client and the servers together. Now, the server is still connected to a cloud system where it backs up all the data. Now, Superstore has other features like Superstore Pay. What does Superstore Pay do? It allows merchants accept payment using NFC, a special NFC device. Now, I don't know if you could see the device, the picture of the device very well. So with this device, you could accept payment from other NFC devices, mobile devices that don't have NFC embedded. With this device, you just plug it, a customer can come and try and make a purchase. He plugs it to his phone and taps on this MPOS and makes a purchase, or makes a payment, sorry. So it caters for every single individual customer that doesn't have an NFC device or a card to make payments. You can accept payments from both EMV cards, that's chip and pins, from magnetic stripes, and from NFC tags. So it caters for every single person. So those are some of the functionalities that Superstore has. Now, the extra functionality that we're working on is to integrate with the BVN. Now, with the BVN, you just come and you just walk to the store, no tags, no pins, no password. You place your finger and you make payment. It's an extra layer of authentication using OTP. So, in terms of security, your money is actually safe. Thank you.
A round of applause for Iyare. Okay, I'd like to ask the jury panel for questions and observations on Iyare's presentation. Ms. Obibade, would you go first or Mr.
Thank you, and good pitch. I like the fact that you have a retail focus, and
you at least see that you're solving a problem beyond just payments. I want to dwell on the ability to collect, card acceptance devices or other devices like NFC. Have you picked a specific device, and what are the barriers you're having to go through right now to get those certified in the industry? In Nigeria, as you know, that has to be done. What are you doing about that?
Right now, like I said, the devices, the current POS devices, they cost about 200,000 and above, and currently the complete set of Superstore is about 70,000. The hand scanners, the wireless printers, the cash drawers, the wireless keyboards. So our plan is to try and import most of these things at the cost. Our goal is to make it 10,000 naira per unit, so that we can hit every single retailer all over Nigeria. No, we don't have a specific device, but we're working on one. We are still doing some research on the best device that can stay, that has all the capabilities we require in the device. As of now, we are working on a device called Angel, but it still has its own flaws. So we're not going to use Angel anymore. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
I think we as a country need more things like this. I just need to be careful. Have you done a business plan? Have you done a business case for this? Do you know what's out there today? Do you know what's your focus? Are you looking at the ShopRites of this world? The movie theater of this world? Or are you looking at Namdi & Co, spare parts, Otiba, Sakatinobu? That's the first question. Answer that first. What market segment are you looking at, and what do they use today?
Okay. We are starting with Otiba, the Namdis, all the I'll call them middle class retailers. That's what I like to call them. I'm not going to ShopRite right now, but our final goal is to make them replace all their current systems of POS devices with Superstore. Because if they look at what we have, in the long run, it's cheaper for them to run. It doesn't require power for 8 hours. I'm sure when ShopRite power again, maybe there's no power for like 5 minutes. I don't think you can make any sale. 5 or 10 minutes. So Superstore has a lot of advantages in terms of power aspect, and it has a back end that can actually sync to the cloud, can actually monitor their sales.
Yeah, I know. Your product is different from a normal POS because the POS has got inventory tied to it. Yours is a complete solution with inventory as well.
Yeah.
So you can call up the merchant's inventory straight from your screen.
Exactly.
And then he can proceed, the customer can then proceed to pay.
Yes.
Now, the way you structured your terminal, who initiates the whole invoicing process? So there's an invoice, a merchant has to invoice somebody before he then proceeds to pay. That means I must call up what you're buying. So if I take a restaurant, for example, and I assume that's part of the market.
Yes.
So the waiter has to punch what you've eaten, right? And would that pick the inventory from your system? Would everything that's in the restaurant be available on this system? And then pay? That's what I want to know. So what have you done? Which trial cases have you done? What's a typical merchant that you actually tested?
Oh, I see. We have like 9 pharmacies and 13 altogether. That's 4 supermarkets. 9 pharmacies, 4 supermarkets in the Edo State. Currently, Edo State.
Okay. And the inventory is there?
No, this is a prototype. Yes,
so,
everything.
So they have access to their inventory from your system. And what kind of link is the access? Do you store it? Do you store their inventory in the cloud, or you have a local PC there for them?
Okay, it depends. If they are buying a unit, we have a client in the server. If you are working on, if you are purchasing client package, you have the DB local to the client. If you are purchasing the client server package, DB is local to the server, and we give you value-added services. as in free data every month for you to sync your data to the cloud. So the server is resided, the DB is resided depending on your package.
And is it a one-off cost? Your business model. That's why I asked you, have you done a business plan? Not yet. So right now you are at an idea experimentation, but you've not moved to the business testing case at all. You're still playing with whether it works or not, and giving it, but you've not done a business plan.
But we're very, very confident. It's actually very.
No, but you can't be until you've done a business plan.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. Good evening. A very brilliant idea you put together. My name is Chinedu Onoha from Access Bank. Just a quick clarification. When you say you've started doing the pilot in Edo State, what are customers using to pay? Are they paying with their card?
No, they are not.
Or are they paying with the BVN, like you mentioned?
No, they are not.
Now, have you considered how to authenticate a biometric information? How are you going to transport the data from your device? What format is it going to be? Are you discussing with NIBS such that when somebody brings his fingerprint, you're able to bring it in the format required by NIBS in a secured way for authentication through the banks? Please verify. Thank you.
I hope you're not the accountant. Thank you very much. Let's have a round of applause for Iyare. And we wish you the best day. We hope you get Superstore across all countries. I'd like to thank the members of the jury, Mr. Tunde Ubade, is the MD Global Accelerates. Thank you very much for your time. And of course, CEO Silicon Apple, Mr. Opeyemi Okunoro. Thank you very much for being a part of the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizers